Hey everybody, this video brings me and Chris out to Mays Landing, New Jersey, and we are here at the Far Point. It's a toy store because I am set up at the Far Point. It's a toy show. I'm selling all kinds of things. We've been walking around, we've been buying some things as well. You guys probably already saw that video, but now we're gonna do something kind of weird, something kind of strange, something I've literally never done on this channel before. I'm taking the camera and I'm handing this over to Chris because I know because this toy show is actually happening at 2 locations. I gotta be here to sell. So you guys want to see the other location? Oh, I know you do. Chris, have at it, man.
We're gonna have some fun.
This is gonna be weird.
So, like Dave said, we are here at the It's a Toy Show Part 2 at the Shoreline Vintage Antiques and More store. You may have seen us here once before. Well, it's just me this time. Let's go and check out all the second Far Point amazing toys in store at this store. Had to say store at least one more time. Just like at Far Point 1, there are outside dealers here as well. Check this stuff out. We have a whole bunch of vintage Fisher-Price toys. I've always liked this clown. It's so crazy and creepy. I don't really understand. The nose, I always feel like it should have done something, but it's just like a knob. It's very, very strange. Very cool. Vintage Fisher-Price is always really, really interesting. They even have this like pelican thing. That is really neat. Down here they have some cool old vintage activity books. These are cool. Ooh, Pixie and Dixie. That's interesting. Oh, it's a paper doll set. That is interesting. Oh, stencils. Ooh, stencils with Pixie and Dixie. That is really interesting. What else do they have down here? Ooh, Raggedy Ann. Ooh. Annabelle. I get to do an Annabelle joke by myself. Ah. And in the back here they have Snagglepuss sticker fun and Quick Draw McGraw stickers as well. Those are really cool. Ooh, Baba Louie. Those are really neat. All right, we're gonna pass on those, but we're gonna see what else inside. Ooh, and Pebbles and Bam Bam sticker fun as well. Very cool. This is really cool too. Check this out. Inside this box is a whole city. I mean, the city is mini, but it's a whole city light and glow collector vehicle mini city case. That is really, really neat. Wow, it opens up to a mini car park. You can put all your cars in there and carry it along with you, and it opens up. That is so, so cool. Wow, never saw that before. That is really neat. It's a shame Dave doesn't collect Disney World merch anymore, because here is a vintage Walt Disney World Mickey Mouse tray. That is really neat. No price on it, of course, because everything Disney makes is timeless, but still really cool and would be a great addition to Dave's collection if he collected that kind of stuff anymore, but sadly he doesn't. And what do we have over here? Lamb Chop, a Lamb Chop and Friends Lamb Chop Bank. What are they asking on that? $10. Not a bad deal. That is really cool. Gotta love Lamb Chop. I actually met Lamb Chop in person only a few weeks ago. That was pretty cool. A highlight of my life, meeting Lamb Chop. And now there is a Lamb Chop lamp in front of me as well. Freaking out a little bit about that, but gonna see what else they have in store. This stand here has a whole bunch of miniature figures in grab bags. You got Ninja Turtles, Little People, Littlest Pet Shop, Winnie the Pooh. Really, really cool stuff. But what I saw when I first got here is these really interesting Tales from the Crypt figures. Still mint in box. Well, kind of mint in box. That one's coming off the cart a little bit. But we have the Crypt Keeper, the werewolf, and this gargoyle. Those are really, really cool from Tales of the Crypt Keeper, the animated series that was on Saturday mornings of all things. Ooh, there's a couple more over here as well. We have another Crypt Keeper, the Frankenstein monster, and a Universal Monsters Frankenstein too. Those are really, really neat. I'm sure Dave's watching this now, kicking me for not buying these, but these are not my favorite things. You know me, I need my Muppets, but oh yeah, I'm sure we'll find some soon. These are really neat too. These are Asterix and Pink Panther and Blondie and Dadwood puffy stickers. From the 60s, 70s, they had these. They were a big thing. Puffy stickers were all the rage back in the day. If you had your puffy stickers, you knew who the cool kids were, and these are neat. Like I said, And they're magnets too. Oh, magnet puppy stickers, Asterix, Pink Panther, and Blondie and Deadwood. That is cool. Check this out. No, not the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom action board game. If adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. That is really cool. Wow, race through the wilds of India, through the eerie Temple of Doom, down the dark and dangerous mineshaft, across the bridge to safety. Kalima, Kalima. Oh, I love it. $25 on that. Not a bad deal. That is really, really tempting. I have to swing back and whip that up. Here we have more vinyl masons, just like at the other Farpoint toy show. This vendor has some vinyl masons here as well. These are really cool. I'm not quite seeing anything I need for my collection, but I've always liked when they did funky stuff like this ostrich with the extended head and pieces. Those are really cool. And I wish they kind of still made these, but another part of me wishes I'm glad they stopped, because I'd be going broke buying these again, and don't need to do that. And I spoke too soon, because there's even more vinyl masons in this box up here. We got some Monsters University. So, ooh, Big Al from the Country Bears Jamboree. What are you asking him? $5. That is really tempting. I do have him already for my collection. But ooh, a geared Grumpy, Big John Henry. Wow, these are really, really neat. Unfortunately, again, nothing I need for my collection, but tempting nonetheless. Well, the old skits were Bert always had Ernie's nose, but it looks like the son or a dog or somebody got this Ernie, because his nose is almost gone. But just let that sit right there. Ooh, this Orko. I think this is an Orko eraser. That is really neat. Wonder what they asking him. $2 for that Orko eraser. I may have to pick him up. That is really, really neat. And there's a bunch of other He-Man stuff here as well. This one's got a radar to him. This one's got some gears. This was one of my favorite He-Man toys of all time, the Battle Damaged He-Man. See if you can get this. Here we have the regular He-Man, and then you pop it and it goes battle version. Very, very cool. Here we go. Regular, somewhat damaged, major damage. So cool. That's one of the, it's an easy toy, easy thing to do, but it makes a big difference when you're a kid. That is awesome. I love this. Still have my original one. Don't need this one, but tempting nonetheless. Wow, this is really cool. If you saw the other video, we were talking about some Batman the Animated Series stuff that we found at the other Farpoint location. This is the Adventures of Batman and Robin, which was the sequel series to that show. And this is a $28 for this vintage Batman and Robin gumball machine. That is really cool and make an excellent addition to some Batman collectors' collection, but still haven't found any Muppets yet. These are really interesting. Rainbow Kids. Anybody out there remember Rainbow Kids? I slightly kind of have like some nightmares about these in my head somewhere, but I don't quite remember any of their names or anything like that. If anybody knows and remembers Rainbow Kids, leave a comment down below. They come in like these little painter outfits, and they're this one's riding a paintbrush. That's a paintbrush that one's riding. Yeah, look away, kids, look away. That might actually be a little PG-13. Okay, these are already giving me reanimated nightmares. It's reignited my Rainbow Kids nightmares. I have to go. And here we have more Batman and Robin. This is from Batman Forever. This is a Batman Forever binder for $8. That is really cool. It was owned by a guy named Alex at one point. His name is all over this thing. Got some sheet protectors in the middle there, and I'm just dropping stuff. So anyway, there is a Batman Forever binder. That's cool. And it fell on this really interesting Darth Vader cake pan. That is really neat. Hey, ask him $10 on it. It's missing its inside tray and any of the other stuff, but it's not actually, looking at it, it's actually not vintage. It's 2012, so that would be really cool if it was a vintage one, but it's a reproduction, so I'm going to just pass on that. Finally, besides that Ernie, we have some Muppets. We have this vintage Muppet Babies McDonald's Kermit that everybody had back in the day. These are everywhere. These are still cool. It's still in its original bag though. That you don't find very often. They're asking $12 for that. Not too bad, I guess, since it's in the bag, but I already have that. I'm going to pass, but oof, tempting. there was just a small selection of dealers in the front. I'm hoping there's more in the back, because otherwise we're just gonna go inside and see the actual store. But I'm hoping there's more of an actual tool. Oh, here we go. Definitely a few more vendors back here to check out as well. So I just got over to the second section of vendors in the back, and I'm looking at this Hulk loving, gently loving this Jake and the Neverland Pirates treasure chest. And I look up and I see this young man has this amazing Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem t-shirt, kind of just like the Beatles or something else. And I'm like, so I got to show you that, make sure I'm representing as well. I also have my Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem shirt on. So we are kismet here. We are two peas in a pod. We're like twins. So you actually kind of look alike. I mean, that's kind of freaky. Here we have some stone protectors, some new Motu Skeletor, this is Dave's favorite stuff. It's such a shame he doesn't collect these things anymore, but those are really cool. That's a whole Batman, the Gotham City Batman playset. That is really cool. And then here we go. I mean, not Gotham City, of course. That's the Batcave. What am I talking about? And then over here, Dave, you should be here. This stuff is free. Please take one. They have this bird. They have a Mickey head. There's whatever this thing is. There's a bug-eyed bear that goes crazy when you squeeze him. I mean, free stuff. How can you go wrong with that? Whoa, look at this giant Iron Man and War Machine store display. That is really, really neat. I'm gonna put my hand up right. Whoa! Wow, that would make an excellent addition to someone's collecting room. Those things are massive. That's about 4 feet high. I mean, here's me standing, it's on the ground. That's impressive. See, this is where Dave should be here. We have all these wrestling figures that neither of us have any idea what they are, but they also have some really cool horror figures, including some Nightmare Before Christmas. Look at that Jack Skellington Santa, that's really cool. Look at this Freddy Krueger face. He's itching to get out of that package and come for your nightmares. He's gonna get you. They have a green mutating alien queen. I love it. It was a Toys R Us exclusive. RIP Toys R Us. Hopefully they come back soon. We have some really cool Puppet Master figures. Look at this one. Wow, that's the Shrieker from the Legends of Horror Full Moon collection. Wow, that's awesome. We got Alien vs Predator, more wrestling people. I don't know who any of these people are. And we have the Green Goblin that I actually know of. And here we go, the Scarecrow from the Dark Knight and Jokers. Oh, the Library Ghost from Ghostbusters, and some vintage Dick Tracy figures back there. Very, very cool stuff. Oh, and wow, some vintage Street Sharks that you don't see every day. That is really cool to find. Dave. See, you should have been here, and you don't collect this anymore. But Yusa is missing out, sir, because here is a Jar Jar Binks keepsake ornament from Hallmark, still brand new in the box. Yusa missing out, sir, Dave. And now I'm freaking out a little bit because here is a Kermit porcelain figure. These came out maybe 10 years ago or so. Asking $30. That is super, super cool. I, of course, have one in my collection. I have the Miss Piggy that goes along with it. But if I didn't, that would definitely be coming home with me. I have the power to pick up this sword and put it right back. Here's another whole table full of horror stuff. We have some Hocus Pocus merch, a bunch of other Sanderson sisters, and this is cool. This is the full moon and the weirdos are out. That is really neat. And they have some Maleficent devil horns, and I'm really digging this sign. There is much beauty in darkness. Ain't that the truth? Dave, see, you need this for your library. Home cinema always showing. It's always showing blank until Dave puts whatever he's watching down here. So Dave, always watching Cinema Sickness, of course. I mean, that's all everyone always just watches that, right? Down below, Cinema Sickness and Muppet Stuff. That's all you're not allowed to watch when you put this sign up. Oh man, for a second there, Dave, I thought that was a Spice Girl, but it's a Barbie and an NSYNC doll. NSYNC plus Barbie does not equal Spice Girls. I realize that, but so close. It almost seems like it should be a math equation. But what? Here's a wrestling person I know, but again, can't see them. It's all nothing there. Again, here's Dave's favorite section of stuff. We have the media section. We have some Mr. Bean VHS. We have some the object of my affection. Oh, come on, Dave. Why you should be snatching that up? You know you want that. We have some old westerns. Oh, man, this one always gets me. These Playhouse videos, I always think it's going to be these Muppet ones, but nope. Big Jake starring John Wayne. Just going to leave that right there. Some Batman, The Godfather, very, very cool. And some vintage Disney VHS too, in their illustrious white clamshells. But nothing I see from my collection, so I'm just going to pass. And now I am officially freaking out. Here is a Moki Fraggle PVC figure. These are from the early 80s. These were by Applause. This one I believe I may have, but I have to double check and see what they're asking on this, because man, this is really, really cool. I'm officially freaking out. So I just asked, and this is not $100, not $30, not $250,000, just $1 single dollar. So I am completely freaking out. I am definitely taking this Moki home with me. She is the forgotten Fraggle. You don't see a whole lot of Moki merch. This Fraggle, she's dancing home with me. Here we have some really cool vintage X-Men figures and Dick Tracy figures like we saw in the front, but these are all mint in the box. Those are really, really cool.
Oh my God, you're that Instagram guy.
YouTube, but yes, that too.
I see you on YouTube all the time, man.
Yeah, we're there, man. We're there. Thanks for watching. Well, this is really cool. The Beetlejuice, the Phantom Flyer from Beetlejuice. That's cool. A vintage TMNT collector's case. That is super, super cool. Oh man, lots of great stuff. Oh, an original Ecto 1. Ooh, what are you asking about? $250. Probably exactly what it's worth, but man, that is super sweet. Even with the box like that, I've seen them go even more than that. So that is awesome. I just got my reproduction because I couldn't afford those. That's awesome. Freaking me out. What else do they have here? This is cool. They have some vintage TMNT action figures still in the package as well. Oh, that's cool. Oof. I think I had some of these. This one used to swim. You could like wind them up. Yeah, there's the wind up. That is really neat. I definitely think I had a couple of those, but you know what happens with those ones you put in the water? The gears start to get all corroded and they don't quite work anymore, and then you just have a figure that just stands there. Who wants an action figure that just stands there? I mean, where's the action in that? Well, this booth has a lot of cool stuff. They have some fish bait game, Skipper, Kitty, Kit and Caboodle. Oh my God, this really cool vintage Star Trek puzzle. Oh my God, what else they got for cool here? Oh, and a Brandon. They got a Brandon. How much for a Brandon?
Overpriced.
That's how it goes these days. All right, I'm freaking out a little bit. Brandon, this is a Romper Room show and tell. It has a record, and I guess it has a screen in the front, and it shows pictures. Why don't you explain a little bit how this thing works?
From what I understand, it's the same premise as the Fisher-Price one, only larger. And there's a light bulb inside that allows you to light up a picture that goes along with the record. I'm kind of curious what the story about the fat lady is, but...
Well, she's singing, so I guess it's over, but I mean...
Singing...
About
cake and
stuff.
ice cream.
Okay.
But yeah, all that's in here is the base and the needle. None of the cards or anything, but it does work.
Very cool. See, Dave, this is what you're missing when you don't come out here. They have a Romper Room show and tell. I'm showing and telling everybody but you what's here. But of course, we also have some media. Of course, this is Cinema Sickness, so we have to show off all the media. There's some really cool Blu-rays, some PS2, some Wii U. No. Wii U. Don't we meet Wii U and regular Wii. We have some PS3 games. Ooh, regular show, American Horror Story. These are still brand new, factory sealed. So if that's your bag, baby, come over here and find some really cool stuff. This is Mystery Science Theater Mad Monster. I don't know if Dave needs these. I might have to send him a message. Brandon, did you already let Dave know you have these things? You're holding out on him on what?
I mean, he might know. He might have seen pictures on Instagram and whatnot, but I haven't sent anything directly trying to entice him.
So here you go. We will let him know. He's only a few miles down the road. We will see if he needs any of this cool stuff. And if you have anything you need here, well, you're probably watching this and we're already going, so too late. But very cool stuff nonetheless. Brendan also has some really cool like mini figures and stuff in here, and then he just shows me, oh, do you have this? This is the Hooper's counter, part of the Sesame Street playset, and of course, I just bought this on eBay to complete my Sesame Street playset set. But then, of course, Brendan has it here. I should just check with you. I'm just gonna check with you,
Come on board.
and then I won't be spending money on eBay. I like to give it to my friends first, of course. So, lesson learned. If I need Hooper stuff, coming to Brendan. Ooh, here we have a Harry Potter sorting hat. This hat doesn't have any batteries in it. You're saying, right? No batteries in it, but it's still really cool. I wonder if it'll work on me. What happens if it'll put on him? Oh, you are just a YouTuber. Oh, yeah. I guess it's right. They have some really cool vintage movie posters back here. Here we have Excalibur. That's cool. And who else? You've Got Mail. Excalibur is much cooler than You Got Mail. That is really neat to see. You don't see a whole lot of vintage movie posters. Oh, I love the evil eye this guy's giving us. Ooh, freaky. Gotta love that. Excalibur. Interesting choice of movies between that and You've Got Mail. But I'm gonna pass on those today. This stand also has some really cool vintage plus, including more Annabelle. That's my second Annabelle joke. I get to do it. Wait, and more Annabelle. That's three Annabelle jokes I get to do in this video. It's not gonna rain or even thunder and lightning, so that I count it's not gonna work. But maybe I can do one more. We'll see. We'll see how more Annabelle jokes I get to do in this video. Because Dave's not here, I can do whatever I want. I was told to come over to this booth because they have some really cool Muppet plush over here. I'm seeing a Philly Fanatic, that's sort of Henson. Barney, not so much. And then here we have at the end, here we have a McDonald's Fozzie Bear plush. That's really neat. And we have that sounds like a talking Abby Cadabby doll. That's really neat. Have all those from my collection already, so I'm gonna have to pass. But this Rescuers beanbag, that is really neat. That is really tempting as well. And Toucan Sam, follow your nose. It leads to Muppets. Here we have a vintage Garfield phone. Anybody remember these phones? A lot of people had these back in the 80s. You took the phone up, his eyes kind of had that glazed over Garfield look of lasagna love, and then you put the phone back down and he went back to sleep. Always wanted those as a kid, but I hate Mondays. I love lasagna, but I'm gonna have to pass on that phone. Here's something you don't see every day, a 60s vintage 8-track player. Hey kids, you put the 8-track in here, they're called tapes, and then you adjust your volume, and it has FM and AM. That's really cool. I love the design on this. I love how it's like this crazy circle. Very cool. You don't see these out in the wild that much anymore. 8-tracks, they're coming back. Mark my words, they're coming back. Oh, Crazy Joe. Oh man, you're missing out. They have metal lunchboxes. I know how much you're all about your plastic lunchboxes, but these are metal lunchboxes. They have the Cyclist dirt bike, Pac-Man, auto racing, the $6 Million Man, some strawberry shortcake, 2 different strawberry shortcake, play ball, the Holly Hobby. Oh man, and of course the Dukes of Hazzard. That is really neat. But of course, Joe only collects plastic lunchboxes. We all know that. Why am I even looking at these metal lunchboxes? He doesn't care. There's a whole bunch of small McDonald's figures here. And Dave the Barbarian, that should be your new nickname, Dave. Not Cinema Sickness, Dave the Barbarian. We're gonna start calling Dave that from now on. Hashtag Dave the Barbarian. What else do they have in there? Ooh, some Country Bears figures. Now, as we know, these were made by the Henson Company for the Disney Country Bears live action movie. So I'm not sure which ones I need. There's this one, that's number 7. This is Teddy Betterhead. And we have another one down here. This one is Tennessee O'Neill. I think I may need this one. He said they're $1 a piece. I'm gonna grab this for my collection. Oh, one of my all-time favorite tools. I was always looking for one of these as a kid. Castle Grayskull. Kind of hard to see in the sun, I know, I'm sorry. It's very bright out here. Even has a lot of its inside pieces. That is just really cool. Man, ooh, I love the creatures. I don't know if you can see in the sticker, the creatures coming out through the dungeon. Such a cool play set. Always wanted one of these. They're asking $60. That's actually not bad at all. Some of these things can go for a couple $100 these days. Motu is back, baby. back. He-Man is on its way to the top of the Netflix charts. The new series on Netflix is really, really good. Highly recommend it. And of course, as always, I have, gotta go. The power. I have the power. And with that, we're now gonna go inside and check out all of the inside vendors. This whole antique mall is basically nothing but vintage toys now. And apparently, from what we've heard, they've restocked for this toy event. So we're gonna check it out. Right away, I'm seeing something really, really cool that I would totally pick up for me. But the Matchbox Motorway, number 12. Did they make more of these? Is this the 12th one in the series? Did I miss the first 11? Who knows? That is awesome. Look at these vintage Matchbox motor cars. This is how you used to make them run with that little remote. That is so, so cool. I'm not sure how much they're asking for that, but it's probably worth it just in terms of the cool factor alone. Here we go. Some not Motu, but She-Ra, the Princess of Power. I actually liked that show better back in the day than He-Man. She-Ra was sexy. Sorry, it's true. And that show was better than He-Man at times. So anyway, they have this really cool She-Ra book, Everything But Happiness. Ooh, that's heavy, man. That is heavy. What are they asking on this? $10. Not a bad deal at all. That's probably what I would resell it for myself. So I'm not going to pick it up for me or the store because I think I already have this one actually. But that is an amazing find. Gotta love when I find some She-Ra stuff. You don't see She-Ra stuff all that often. Okay, like I said, now we're inside and there are lots of people in here, so it's a little loud. I apologize, but there's so much cool stuff to see. This is the actual Farpoint 2 booth inside Shoreline Antique Mall, and they have a lot of really, really cool stuff. Check this thing out. They have this, I want to say, Cookie Monster cookie jar? I mean, look at the eyes on that thing. I don't know what is going on there. That will give you nightmares for at least a week. Wow, check out this Space Ace. That's a Don Bluth arcade game. Space Ace air-pocketed rocket gun. That is really, really neat. Oh, these cool vintage Smurfs. We have, the Alf. You know, he clips on to whatever you want him to go on. Oh, he's so fluffy. Ah! He kills me. Here are some vintage Ghostbusters. Oh, I should say the real Ghostbusters action figures. Magnum PI, Indiana Jones, Well of the Souls action playset. A Well of the Souls action playset. I can't imagine why that didn't sell a ton of that at Toys R Us back in the day. I mean, mommy, can I have the Well of Souls action figure, please? I'm sure that got, quite the head turner when kids ask for that. Here's a stack of vintage Shirley Temple movie stills, and yeah, some of these have not aged well at all. Some, oh, that's cute. Others, yeah, not so much. Here we have more vintage Alf stuff. These are Alf buttons. Looks like $5 each. Alf, here, kitty. It almost looks like an Aristocat over there. And there's I'm a People Alien and Club Alf. Club Alf. You can bring your cats there, but they may not come back. And of course, I have to look through the books, and there are a bunch. There are some golden books up here, some Goosebumps, some Berenstein Bears, Dave. They have some of these Fisher-Price Talk to Me books, as well as some really cool kid story books back here. Oh, and I found a Wuzzle book. I'm not quite sure how much they're asking for this. There's no price on it, but inside, let's see if there's a price inside. Oh, it says, to my buddy Christopher, love Mike. So I guess this is a gift for me? I'll take it. I'd like maybe some Wuzzles. Check out these vintage Ben Cooper costumes. Strawberry Shortcake, the Hug-a-Bunch. This is Star Wars. I'm not sure who it was. C-3PO, it says there. That's very cool. Superstar, I'm not sure who was in that either, but wow, remember these? You barely could get your face into them. You wear a mask underneath with the character's name, because of course the character would always wear a shirt with their own name on it, obviously. But wow, those bringing you back. Ben Cooper masks, gotta love them. Last time Dave and I were here, they had this amazing Big Bird figure over here that someone had retrofitted from an old toy. And as you can see, it is still here. Man, that is cool. If that was an original Big Bird toy, I'd be buying that in a second. But just gotta pass. Ooh, here we have some plastic lunch boxes. So, Crazy Joe, if you're watching, pay attention. Plastic lunch boxes. Here we have G.I. Joe, the Coca-Cola polar bears, and the Lion King. Very, very cool. Joe, again, pay attention. Plastic lunch boxes. We know how much you love these. They also have some vintage shirt tail stuff. Here's a shirt tail thermos, missing its lid, unfortunately. And they have this shirt tails soap. That is really, really cool. I mean, I've always wanted to smell like a shirt tail, and now I can. That is if I was buying it, but I think I'm just going to have to pass. I lend me some shirt tails, but that's like the third collection I'm working on, so I'm gonna pass on the shirt tail soap. Another thing I love to collect, but you know, as a side thing, is the gummy bears. And here we have one of the plush. Oh man, that is just so cool. No, not the Fisher Price tags are on it, but nothing else. I don't know if that's missing other tags. Pretty decent condition, but again, gonna have to pass. Along with this pound puppy too. Ooh, I want to start pounding, but not today. But here's something I may not be passing on. Spice Girls, the official Spice World photograph album. I know Dave collects these, but I think I'm gonna start collecting them as well. Nah, just kidding. I'm gonna call Dave and see if he needs this. So I checked, and Dave does need this official Spice World autograph album. So I'll be picking this up for him. This will go in his ever-expanding Spice Girls collection in his library. So I'm glad I found something Spice Girls for him. Now I can say I found this, and that's, you know, that's an extra little tip of the hat for me that, you know, while I was filming his video on his channel, I found some Spice Girl stuff. He's going to be super crazed that I found something and he didn't. But that's what happens. Gotta make some money, gotta do some other things, gotta split the time up. I'm spicing up my life, but for him, good for him. This is really cool too, a My Little Pony collector's case. That is really neat. I wonder what they're asking on that. Let's see, looking like $30. Hard to tell on the tag there, it says $30. Very, very cool. And whoa, Dave, I know you're really mad now that you're not here. This is a Lisa Frank lunchbox. Look at that. It sounds like it still has its thermos inside too. Let's double check. Yes, it still has its thermos with the funky koala. Tempting. Let me see how much they're asking for this. I may have to pick this up. So I looked, and it's going for about $30 online, which is what they're selling it for here. So not gonna pick it up for me or for the store because that's already priced too high to resell, but that's really neat. Lisa Frank stuff, you don't see that often, and it is highly collectible these days. So the next person that has a Lisa Frank collection that comes here and needs that, it's here for you. Here's something else that's really neat, a Goosebumps jumbo stick-up wall sticker set. That is really neat. I know Dave loves his Goosebumps books. I'm not sure what else, who else collects Goosebumps, but I'm not sure what they're asking for. I thought it was $9. Yeah, not so much, just a little bit more than $9 at $40. And at $40, that gives me goosebumps. Here we have some more Tales from the Crypt Keeper figures. This one is the vampire and another one of the Frankenstein figures. This may be the same dealer as outside, I'm not sure, but wow, that's neat. And whoa, what is this? We have a McDonald's hat with the McDonald's arches in the back, and Ronald, the Hamburglar, Birdie, and Grimace, and the Fry Guys in the front. But at $18, oof, that's a lot of Happy Meals. Here we have some really cool vintage Rainbow Bright plush, some Alf, some McDonald's Muppet Babies plush. What is this? Dave. There's a sleeping Figment figure. See how his eyes are closed like that? That means he's sleeping, right, Brian? This is your stuff. You're a little blown out here. You're blown out.
This is my stuff.
Oh, Brian from Big Dog Toys. This is his Big Dog Toy chest.
And this is the Figment I was telling you about, Dave. This is the one that's from '85.
Unfortunately, he looks like he's been murdered or something. His eyes are all closed up. But we'll see if he needs this.
But I don't understand with the age.
The age. Oh, it's aged. It's aged.
Like
It's aged, not beauty.
Like a fine wine.
Like a fine wine. You heard it here first. That Figment is a fine wine. Let's drink them up. And Brian has some more really cool plush. Here's a vintage Ewok. We have some, look at that Roger Rabbit, Popples, Gizmo. He's singing more Popples. Here's a Wuzzles plush. Oh, that is tempting. The Care Bear Cousins. You don't see a lot of Care Bear Cousin stuff. And right here's some other Care Bears. Oh, the Cabbage Patch Kid horse. I mean, the horse. Who doesn't love the Care Bears horse? That's like the star of the whole Care Bear show, right? Is the horse. Duh. I mean, duh. Ooh, that's tempting. A vintage Fisher Price Miss Piggy doll. And that Big Bird, if I recall, that Big Bird might be missing an eye. Still very tempting. They also have some really cool Smurf play sets, Rainbow Bright color forms, Miss Piggy color form set, Cabbage Patch Kids paper dolls. Ooh, look at these Rainbow Bright roller skates. There is so much cool stuff in here. There is another Sesame Street play sets missing the sidewalk in front, and I just picked one of those up at the other show, so I don't need another one of those, but still very tempting. He has a giant rack here of small toys, and what I'm going to show you on the bottom row, we're going to go up from the bottom here. These are the Fraggle Rock McDonald's racers. They all came in different little racing cars. This is a red and a radish. We have Moki in an eggplant. We got Gobo in a carrot. And we have the Under 3 toy, which was this Gobo holding a carrot. There's also a red Under 3 toy as well. I don't see her in this whole section. Just a bunch of Gobo, Red, and Mokis. Not Boober and Wimbley that were in I think it's a cucumber together. Here we have a bunch of Snorks. That is really neat. Some Cabbage Patch Kid, including Abby-Cadabby for some reason. Some newer Strawberry Shortcake, and this has my attention. This is Basil, or I should say, this is not Basil, but this is from The Great Mouse Detective. This is the Watson from The Great Mouse Detective, I believe, or this is from The Wind in the Willows. Wind in the Willows, I believe. Yes. Wind in the Willows, not Great Mouse Detective. That is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before. May have to pick this up. That is some vintage Disney. I wish Mr. Toad was here because this whole place, we are in for a wild ride. Oh, look at this whole section down here. We have a Bert and Ernie plush, Fisher Price puppets. Those are really neat. There's a Wrinkles puppet. And we have a selection of banks, including this really cool Big Bird bank. Ooh, you put the money in there, it becomes part of his bird seed. I wonder if Big Bird tries to then eat it. I mean, if it's bird seed, that's like his favorite snack. That's interesting. What are they asking on this? $10. It looks like it's 70, but I think it's only 10. That's cool. Maybe Ron will give me a deal on this. That would be really cool for the museum. This section here is a whole bunch of vintage action figures and accessory. Here's some Star Wars Episode 1 accessories. Here's Adventures of Batman and Robin keychain. Ooh, there's Batman Returns Catwoman. It looks like you could put it on a cake or something. That is really cool. Ooh, some vintage gargoyles. All kinds of really cool stuff. Oh, RoboCop, Skeleton Warriors. These look like, oh yeah, these are Ninja Turtle finger puppets. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen those before. And as well as some other really cool Ninja Turtle stuff in the back. There's some Earthworm Jim back there. Ooh, a Ernie Koosh. Have to check that out. That might actually be something to look into a little bit further. Gotta move this Predator Madball out of the way, but very cool. So you've heard of Rock'em Sock'em Robots, I'm sure, but have you ever heard of the Terminator 2 Rock'em Sock'em Robots, where he punches the cop from the future Terminator with his neck off? I mean, that is really cool. Like, you could pop his head clean off. You really need some liquid nitrogen, though. Everyone knows that that's how you kill Terminator. Liquid nitrogen, not with the punch in the face. So, not quite on brand. Still very cool, though. And Dave, once again, we have some Jar Jar merch for you. I know you don't collect Jar Jar stuff anymore, but Lisa Jar Jar is looking out for you. He wants to be in your collection. Hold on. The owner of the store just came over and said, there is more Muppet stuff. I don't know if you saw it, which a lot of it I had already seen, but this I had not seen. So I am a little freaking out about this. These are Dinosaurs Valentines, still brand new, factory sealed. What are they asking on this? Where is it? Ooh, $15. I'm gonna have to see if they can make me a deal on this. But these are really cool. I'm a little freaked out about this. I have different Dinosaurs Valentines, but not this style and not this box. So I might be giving myself an early Valentine's gift for this one. These are really cool. They also have these Kermit Valentines, which I sadly already have, and this really cool Big Bird bank. But since I'm picking up the plastic Big Bird bank, I think I'm going to pass on this Big Bird bank. How many Big Bird banks can I buy in one day? And how many times can I say Big Bird bank without making it sound like Peter Piper? So you can't even do it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers and Big Bird banks, apparently. Same thing. Big Bird banks, Peter Pepper pickled? I don't even know. Here's another whole section of small toys, including some strawberry shortcake and Vinylmations, some more Fraggle Rock. We have some of the Muppet Babies Happy Meal toys as well. These are really, really cool. Some more Vinylmation villains. Here we have, Fat Albert. You don't see a lot of Fat Albert PVCs. That's really cool. We got some Cookie Monster, Big Bird, and I happen to see this. This is an Ernie and Bert PVC. I have a friend that collects just Ernie and Bert stuff, so I am in the process of seeing if she needs this, and if so, we'll grab this for her, or I may grab this for myself if not. It turns out she does not have this Bert, so I'm gonna pick it up for her, so she has this new Bert and Ernie for her collection. So Aaron, this is a new Bert and Ernie for collection, $6, not a bad deal. Gotta love new stuff for other people's collections. While I was outside, I was told I had to come in and see this guy's record collection. It's the same guy that had the Electric Mayhem t-shirt outside. Apparently he has a stack of records here. You can see all these records, but he also has these really cool Muppet. We have the Electric Mayhem over here. We have a bunch of the best of the Muppet Show DVD sets, and we have this really cool Muppet Babies Rocket to the Stars album. This Muppet Babies Rocket to the Stars album is kind of rare and hard to find. $30 is not a bad deal for it. Super, super tempting. I don't think I even have this. I have the re-release of that. So, I may have to see if I need that. Double check, but so tempting. A little freaking out about all the Muppet stuff in this case. That is really, really cool. This is what happens when I take over. Dave would have missed this whole thing. So I'm so glad I'm here. One more thing that's really neat to see is this vintage Care Bears tricycle. You don't see a whole lot of these still out there because they were used and abused. These were toys that people actually played with. So man, that is really cool. The Care Bears logo on the side, the Care Bears on the seat there, and rainbow down the back. Care Bears tricycle. Man, I definitely want to ride that, and I would definitely break it by just even putting a foot on it. But man, I still got that Care Bear stare, so maybe someday.
All right, so Chris is back. We're actually just about to pack up here at this. It's a toy show, not the other. It's a toy show. So, was it good?
Yes.
Got some cool stuff.
As you guys all saw,
I wouldn't know yet.
Amazing stuff. Dave doesn't know. He hasn't seen the video
I haven't
yet.
even seen the video yet. Yes.
Watch it. Comment down below, Dave. Come on, done. Obviously.
So
anyway, before we go, I want to show something. So the Muppet Babies Rocket to the Stars. They were asking 30, as you know. I asked the dealer.
I didn't know.
I asked the dealer if he would do 25. And he goes, you know what? For you, 20.
Oh, good.
So I was
deal.
like, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So I want to say thank you again for this. That was really cool.
Awesome.
Dave got some deals. He got that Spice Girls stuff. Wait,
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Dave got something. I forgot.
Let me see this.
Oh, it's in my bag of tricks here. Bag of tricks.
Chris's magic bag.
Spice World.
Oh, look at that. The official Spice World photograph album. So brand new, factory sealed. I have one of these, but it's a larger white one. I don't have this like littler blue one. This is awesome. Don't have this in my collection yet. They were asking 12, but you got it for
10.
$10. Well, you got it for me for $10. That is awesome.
Some
our Spice
because the new was us, the new was for you.
Nice.
For you.
Happy about that. So, all right, you had fun over there?
We did.
I can't wait to watch the video. So
I think everyone, different. It was different. Something different.
All right. Good.
Different is good.
We done?
I think so.
All right,
so thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the links for Patreon, Spreadshirt. It came from Cinema Store.
He's cut.
That too, right? All that good stuff. Go ahead. Now you do it.
All right, guys. So
let me hand it back to you. Hand it back.
Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button, and of course, check down below for links to Patreon, Spreadshirt, and the Cinema Sickness store. It came from Cinema Sickness on Instagram, and check down below for a link to the man who shot this video.
Muppet stuff. Follow us on the YouTubes and the social medias and all that good stuffs. Muppet stuff.
And we will see you guys in the next video. Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Who knows?
We at this point we don't even know who's filming the videos anymore. So, all right, again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.